welcome to MCG University. In this video, we will be discussing how to create a delivery. A delivery document is a way for the system to identify inventory moving out of your warehouse. So if you have a sale and you are getting ready to ship that product out of your warehouse, a delivery document will represent that. A delivery document is not required. You could go straight and create an AR invoice, and that would handle all the intermediary documents between a sales quote and an AR invoice. So depending on your business operation, we'll make the determination of the different documents you would utilize. In this case, we'll talk about creating a single delivery from an original sales order. And of course, depending on the size of your operation, a lot of these processes may be happening with wizards or happening through the pick and pack process, or you could have WMS. So there's a lot of different ways that this can happen. So here, of course, you can navigate to a sales order either through the traditional menu option structure, and you can go straight to a sales order. You can have a click straight from your common functions menu, or you can have what's called account widget, which basically can have any kind of query behind it and give you enough information. But here I'm just saying, hey, give me all my sales orders that have not been delivered. So basically open sales orders for my specific user. So if I click on that number, it's going to give me a list of those 4 sales orders. And I can click straight to the order in question, straight from there. So here's the sales order we'll be working with. And from this, just basically, there's a lot of information here. So if you looked at some of our other videos, you'll see that all these things are configured specific to a user or a role. In this case, I want to look at this sales order and just say, hey, I decided I wanted to ship to a different location. I'm going to change the shipping location. It's going to update that information, and I'm going to update it. So when I navigate back to this screen, I have a couple of options, and I'm going to just show you the first one, which is I want to go ahead and just create the delivery straight from the sales order. So I can just go to copy to down here in the bottom right corner, select the delivery, and it'll copy all the information over. If I don't need to change anything at that moment, I can basically add this document straight away. All the information would copy over, and we're ready to go. I'm going to show you another option. I'm going to close out of these screens, and I'm going to start at the actual delivery document. And in this case, I would like to pull that sales order to this document. And the reason I may do this is I may have multiple sales orders that I want to consolidate and create one delivery document for that. So I'll just look for the customer in question. And here, down here, you notice that the copy to is grayed out, but I have access to the copy from. So I'm going to pull the information from the sales order that we had just looked at. And it's going to list any of the sales orders available. As you can see, there's other sales orders here, but I'm going to just choose the one that we discussed. But again, if I wanted to choose 2 or 3 or 4 different sales orders, I could do that straight from the screen by either clicking the control to handpick some or a shift to pick a whole section. Once I choose that, it'll give me some options here. Of course, if it's just one line item, it's probably easier to copy it from. But if you can imagine you had hundreds of lines on here, you may want to pick and choose certain items that you would want to bring over to this document. I'm just going to finish it so it pulls over. But again, it'll pull the same information that you would have done through the other method. So here, I can see that there are going to be, it looks a little bit different than sales order. So the form settings and the type of information that's listed here is, again, customizable to the company, the role, or the specific user, and whatever pieces of information are important for that. So here I have a lot of the information that carried over, of course, and we have a small field that we added, but again, very simple to do. We created a user-defined field that basically identifies the percentage that this container would fill. So if you have a container, and by having 20 of these products, we're showing that it fills 8.45% of a container. So as we would modify this number, this container percentage would get adjusted. So that's good if you are looking to just, fulfill certain containers, or you wanted to maximize what you would fill into a container. So you've got all the regular information that carried over from that sales order. And here, if you right-click, you can see you have a packing slip. And so if you wanted to document the different documents associated with this, you could do so. If you have one package or multiple packages, you have a type of package. So if you have a box or a pallet or a container, these are all things that you can set up your company for whatever package types are important to you guys. And here I can choose the item in question and bring it over to the content. And you can see it's already identified the weight of the product. So all this information is already here and can be utilized to either create an integration with any of the shipping clients out there, like FedEx, UPS, or if you have an internal shipping group. And things like the tracking number can be auto-populated. And again, these things can all be automated to generate your packing slip, your shipping labels, anything of that nature. Okay, so in this case, we want to say we have already the shipping number. We're just going to populate that information here. Now, since the delivery document actually generates a journal entry, it's important to get this information correct. So if you had any freight to add here, you could do that at this point if you didn't already on the sales order. And if you wanted to look at how that would look, what kind of a journal entry would that create? By right-clicking, you can choose the journal entry preview. And here, this is illustrating where this is going on the financials, if that part is important to you. And you can see that this transaction is going to hit your cost of goods sold, and it's going to remove the inventory quantities and value from your system. And we can just add that document. And that's how you create a delivery. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to Michell Consulting Group and visit us at mitchellgroup.com for more information.